Hey guys, and welcome back. This is the ut4R. This isn't completely what I'm doing the review on today, but this is one of the things that I'm doing a review on today. Oops. I got this used for $50, and it is the radio. It's the radio equipped, so it has simplex radio, not duplex. So the R stands for radio, and it's the simplex, not duplex. If it were duplex, it'd be ut4D. Right now I don't have a battery in it because I can't use the radio because I don't have a radio panel yet. But one of the things I would like to go over is the fact that I do have a panel now, and I have a few new things around the layout, so I thought I'd show them to you and show you how this works and how everything else works. So first we're going to turn on the track power. And with turning on the track power, well, first let me talk about the panel. Okay, so here's the panel. This is where I have it set up, and you might notice this little track status light. That will come on when I turn on the track power, so it'll come on with the little orange light when I turn on the track power. I'll try to set y'all guys up so you can see it when I turn the track power on. But it's got the two plugs here, so it's got one throttle, two throttles. And on the back it's got this one port here for another panel. And then it's got this port on the back for another panel, and then the input port. And then it's got these little wires here that do the track status. Basically when it comes with this piece and this front plate. You just attach the front plate with these two screws, and then the front plate will hold it up onto your track with this. I plan on getting a second one to go on the other side, and maybe an infrared one, because all of the throttles that Digitax makes are also infrared equipped. That's what these little things on the top here are for. These two little things that look like lights are actually infrared signals, just like on a TV remote. So you might see the little light in there. So actually on camera, if I were to, I'll put a battery in this so I can show you. Come on, just a second. Hopefully, if I'm right. The camera, regular cameras can actually pick up infrared signals. So now, I'm going to turn off this light here. Y'all should be able to pick up the infrared signals when it broadcasts them. Maybe. I can show you with the TV remote. Let's see. I'll just press 5. Oh, no. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, so you can see the little turns purple. I'm supposed to do something, but I'm not. Okay, I thought it might show you all the infrared signals, but hold on just a second. I'm going to take the battery out of it. I don't like having the battery in it. Okay. I don't keep the battery in it because I'm just going to plug it into the panel to use it anyways. So, this is how you control the locomotive. So I have a locomotive. Oh, first of all, let me show you how cool this is. Dang it. Dang it. This thing's not cooperating very well. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the track power. on, off, on, off, on. So now y'all can see that the track status light is on, meaning that we have track power. And now, just real quick, I have a dummy unit now. It's a nice little Southern Pacific locomotive. I think it's pretty cool looking. I like it. Little Southern Pacific SD40. Actually no, I think it's a 38. It's either a 38 or a 40. Now this may look like a phone jack cord, but it actually has 6 pins instead of 4. Like, a phone cord has 4 pins, and an Ethernet cord has 8 pins. Well, this has 6 pins. And what it's going to do is it's going to plug in right like that. Now, first the light's going to turn green because it thinks we've selected a locomotive. But to select the locomotive, you have to first unplug it. Then you would take it and you switch your keys. So I have locomotive 549 on the tracks. So what we would do, since it's a 3-digit, we leave this one out and we just go to, and if it were a 2-digit, you'd use these two and go to 5. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this one-handed and it's kind of hard. Normally I have another hand to hold the thing still, but right now I don't. So you go to 5, 7, and 9. So now that we have our numbers selected, which if you have a 3-digit, you'd do this. If you have, say, a 4-digit, you'd do this. And if you had a 2-digit, you would do that. So now we would take this and plug it in. And our light here, I'll plug it in again so you can see what the light does, because this has a little light that shows its own status. So I have to lay it down right here. So it has its own little green light there for its own status, and hopefully y'all can see it. But I'm going to plug it in, and it'll go from red to green real fast, because the red would mean it doesn't have a signal to a locomotive, but green means it does have a signal to a locomotive. So now that we've selected 579, I should be able to switch it into reverse and turn on the reverse lights, maybe. Oh, I know what I did wrong. It's not 579, it's 549. Oops. So what happens is, if you want 549 and you have it like this, and you switch it to the 4, your light turns red. The light turns red. That means now what you would do, would you just unplug and plug back in, and it'll search, and then it will turn back green. Now we should have control over 549. There we go. Now we have the control that I want. And we'll just slowly bring her backwards to coupling. I know the dummy's coupler looked really weird, but it's because I had to do some modifications to the coupler so that it would work. But it lines up perfectly now, even though it's like bent straight up. So is the back one, but they line up perfect, so no complaints there. For a dummy, I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to turn on our headlights. So now we have headlights. And all from right here. I plan on putting a panel over on this side of the layout, so that and then I plan on also getting an infrared panel, so this way I can eliminate some of the running around and running back and forth to running back and forth to the Zephyr, like in previous videos. Sorry about my voice, I'm a little tired. I shortened some of the load I have my box car sitting over there, and I'm just running intermodal stuff. Just decided, why not? Let's just run some intermodal. So that's what I'm doing. And another thing, I plan on upgrading to 22-inch curves, which is going to be a big undertaking for myself, but I think it'll work. So that means I'll be opening up to a whole new set of train cars and locomotives that I can buy. So the first thing I'm going to buy with my new 22-inch curves, which I don't have yet, but I plan on doing, the first thing I'm going to buy with my new 22-inch curves is a auto rack. I've always wanted to have an auto rack. So I plan on buying 3. One in the Canadian National scheme, one in the Southern Pacific scheme, and one in the Burlington Northern scheme. So those all 3 would look really cool. And maybe later on I'll buy a Santa Fe schemed one, but that might be later on. So I plan on getting the Walthers rolling stock brand, just because they're a nice mix of cheap and, so I plan on getting those. So I'm going to upgrade the 22-inch curves, and then I have a special locomotive that I plan on getting, which is, it's not that it's a hard to find locomotive, it's just not, only one company makes the locomotives. So, if y'all want to try to guess what it is, please comment and I'll tell you a yes or a no, depending on if you get it right or not. Chances are you are not, but I'll give you a hint. Only the Canadians have this locomotive. So it's in the exact same paint scheme as the locomotive up there. Only the Canadians have this locomotive that I plan on getting. So, if that helps y'all with your guessing, please guess. Please try to guess. It'll be a little while till I actually get the review up, because it's going to take a little while for me to get it, because of price and that type of stuff. So, when I get it, I'll get it and I'll do the review. But I want y'all to try to keep guessing, even though you probably won't get it. I want to give you a better hint, but as soon as I say that, you'll immediately get it, so I'm not going to say that. So I can't wait to expand and get my new curves. I figured out that Lifelike actually makes the curves, so I don't have to redo the whole track. All I have to do is redo the actual curves, and I'll probably sell off these curves in these old piece of crap, here. I will be transferring to a new, more realistic type thing. I'm gonna have Mr. Dave is gonna cut a little hole right here, or in the track that I choose. Cut a little hole in it on each side, where a little wire will come through and be soldered to the rails. And then on the side here, it'll have a little port where the wire will come out, which I'll probably will end up drilling through the table, like right here,